thank you from the bottom of my heart. God, I love you guys. This has been absolutely beautiful, you guys. I can't believe it's come to an end. What can I say? Mamba out.
It is 5 a.m. now. This morning, the world is remembering and mourning the loss of basketball legend Kobe Bryant. Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others died yesterday in a helicopter crash in California.
There were no survivors of the crash. Friends, family, teammates, and fans of the NBA star are honoring his life and giving their condolences to the Bryant family across social media. Of course, you can see just a few of the reactions here, but it was such an outpouring yesterday, all day long after the news broke yesterday morning.
And this morning, mourners are honoring the victims of the crash. Of course, we'll have coverage all morning long, along with updates from Los Angeles authorities. As of right now, they have not identified all victims.
Of course, a cause for the crash is also still under investigation, so we're going to break down what happened yesterday and how social media is reacting all morning long. Of course, the Los Angeles County Fire Department is one of the sources we're going to be turning to. We've got a lot more to come up throughout this morning on Up with KREM. Of course, very sad way to kind of start the morning off, though.
Yeah, and it's the news that is still sinking in for a lot of folks, of course. It's so devastating, not only losing Kobe Bryant, but so many other lives in that same crash, and you know, the young victims as well.
Of course. As I mentioned, the Los Angeles County Fire Department says the crash occurred in Calabasas, California, around 9:47 a.m. The helicopter took off from John Wayne Airport in Orange County. The crash occurred in foggy conditions. According to the sheriff's officials, there were no survivors. Officials say that the crash triggered a small fire that was quickly put out.
Given the terrain and the condition of the site, we expect that this will probably take at least a couple, if not a few days to complete the recovery.
Kobe Bryant was 41 years old. His 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, also known as Gigi, was also on the flight with him. According to ESPN, the two were traveling to a basketball game with another player and a parent when the crash happened. And that crash came a day after Laker LeBron James passed Bryant on the league's career scoring list. Bryant retired in 2016 after a farewell tour season, dropping 60 points in his last game. Bryant is survived by his wife Vanessa and his 3 other daughters. John Altobelli, his wife Carrie, and daughter Alyssa were also among the victims. Altobelli, better known as Coach Alto, was the head baseball coach at Orange Coast College in Costa Mesa. His daughter was one of Gigi's teammates at the Mamba Academy. Orange Coast players gathered at the team's baseball field yesterday afternoon to mourn the death of their coach. Coach Alto's son JJ is a former University of Oregon baseball player. Christina Mauser, a basketball coach at Harbor Day School in Corona del Mar, was also one of the victims. Of course, the NBA world took to social media to honor Bryant and what he meant for all of them. One of them, former Laker and teammate of Bryant's, Shaquille O'Neal, paid tribute to Bryant and his daughter on Twitter, writing, quote, "There's no words to express the pain I'm going through with this tragedy of losing my niece Gigi and my brother. I love you and you will be missed." Vince Carter, another NBA legend, tweeted, "This is painful. I've known this man since he was 15 and I was 16. The Dallas Mavericks will be retiring the number 24 jersey in their organization as a tribute to Kobe, and there are countless tributes, as we've mentioned, all over social media for the NBA legend. Our Brenna Green was in Portland last night at the Blazers versus Pacers game and spoke to 2 former Zags on what Kobe meant to them.
It was amazing. You know, he came and met with all the Nike teams at the Final Four, and we had no idea he was going to be there. And you know, he didn't just come in and say hi and leave. You know, he came in and talked to us for 30, 45 minutes and let us ask questions, let us all meet him, take pictures with him. So it meant everything to us, and it was just a really amazing experience. Everything we do in the game, we always talk about Kobe. We compare this, whatever we do, to Kobe. Like, you know, he's the standard, and I'm just super sad, just to know how it happened, and just so random. You know, like it just doesn't even seem real. Like it, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but just really sad for his family, and it's tough. It's hard to put into words.
Very strange, you know. I don't even know how to explain it, you know. Just something's missing, you know. It's a tragedy, you know, and our thoughts and prayers are with all the families, him and everyone involved. I not know him personally, but everybody knows Kobe, you know. He's worldwide, just an icon.
Gonzaga men's basketball team before their 2017 NCAA tournament Final Four. Bryant gave the team a pep talk as the team would go on to make it to the national title game. Of course, Kobe was recently seen in Washington at a girls' basketball game in Kashmir. He was there with his daughter Gigi, supporting girls varsity player Haley Van Lith. Van Lith trained with Bryant in his basketball camp over the summer, and Van Lith posted a tribute to Bryant of her own and to his daughter on Instagram. The post reads, "Never have I seen a passion for life burn so bright in two individuals. Thank you for changing my life. Conversations I shared with you both touched my heart, and I will cherish them forever." Of course, our coverage will continue this morning. I know that we're going to have more throughout the rest of our Up with KREM show. But Evan, we have other news to talk about as well, including what weather we're looking at for the day and the rest of the week ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We are starting off the week right now with a live look outside here locally. We are seeing some wet roads as we start off the day. You can see the view from our traffic camera showing most of I-90 is definitely wet, but we are not seeing snow. It is still rain. And the theme for the majority of this week is just going to be a continuation of that. Rain throughout the week, temperatures above normal in mostly the low 40s. Here's what we have on satellite radar right now is that a wave, a very weak one, just kind of passed through eastern Washington and now continues in the form of snow through North Idaho. What we have as far as temperatures go, well, we are mostly in the mid 30s. We're at 36 in Spokane, 35 in Deer Park, but notice that those lower 30s, 33 in Wallace, Libby 33 as well, kind of brings us to that range of a rain-snow mixture, or in some cases snow, especially up toward those higher elevations above about 3,000 feet. So what's in store for the day? Well, this afternoon, temperature's going to be still pretty mild. 43 is that afternoon high. We aren't expecting much precipitation after this wave passes on through. We're looking at mostly cloudy conditions into your afternoon. The next wave that we're expecting of rain comes late tonight into tomorrow morning, which we will take a look at on Future Tracker in just a few minutes. 5:07 now. Jen, over to you.
All right, Evan, thank you. Well, this morning, there is a new case of the coronavirus in the U.S. Right now, doctors are treating a patient in Arizona. Nicole Hernandez is joining us now live in the newsroom to tell us more about this growing outbreak. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen. So a person in Tempe, Arizona, which is just about 20 minutes from Phoenix, a man in Orange County, and one more person in LA County have all come down with the coronavirus. That brings the total number of U.S. cases to 5, including that man here closer to home in Seattle. Now, all of these patients have recently traveled to China, where this virus started. Now in China, 80 people have died. And to try to help stop this virus from spreading, the Chinese government actually extended their Lunar New Year holiday. They're encouraging people to stay home. Now, the reason this virus is so dangerous is, well, first, it's a new strain of the coronavirus, so doctors don't know much about it. And second, it can lead to pneumonia. So just to be safe, here are some things you can do to stay healthy. 1, wash your hands with soap and water. Don't touch your mouth or eyes or nose with dirty hands. Stay away from people who are sick. Similarly, stay home if you are sick, and make sure you're covering coughs and sneezes. Lastly, keep your stuff clean. Health experts here in the U.S. are doing everything they can to stop this virus from spreading here. They're keeping a close eye on anyone who is at risk of showing symptoms. Plus, certain airports are screening passengers flying in from China. In the newsroom, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Nicole, thank you very much. 5:08 coming up on 5:09 now this morning, and memorials continue to grow for the victims of the January 22nd deadly shooting in downtown Seattle. 50-year-old Tanya Jackson, who was killed during the shooting, was a resident of Plymouth Housing. That's a nonprofit that helps provide permanent housing and services to those battling homelessness. The deputy director at Plymouth says Jackson's death has affected their entire community.
It's been really challenging for our staff and our tenants, and it brings up a lot of trauma for a lot of tenants who have experienced a lot of other trauma, and I think that's hard.
A second woman who was injured in the shooting is also a Plymouth housing resident. She remains at Harbor View Medical Center in serious condition. Police have increased their presence in downtown Seattle as they continue searching for two suspects believed to be involved in Wednesday's shooting. This morning, the family of a missing Boise man continues their search. No one has reportedly seen 68-year-old Teo Carhass since he walked away from his Boise group home on December 19th. His family is offering a $5,000 reward for any new information that leads to finding Carhass. Security footage places Carhass at the local golf course before he was reported missing. And the NHL plans to bring puck and player tracking technology to the new Seattle Hockey Arena. Now, this new tech provides real-time data on the puck and the players during television broadcasts. The new additions were revealed at this past weekend's All-Star Weekend in St. Louis, and the hope is that the new data will enhance the fan experience. The system has been in the works since 2012. And Spokane native Michael Chiesa just scored the biggest win of his mixed martial arts career. He's already taking aim at a future championship fight. Chiesa improved to a perfect 3-0 in the UFC's welterweight division on Saturday with a unanimous win over the company's 5th-ranked fighter, Rafael Dos Anjos. Now, after the fight, he stated he wants his next fight against the number 2-ranked Colby Covington in July. He wants to become the number 1 contender for a championship by the end of the year. Chiesa's gym in Spokane was the focus of KREM's 2018 original documentary, Fight Town, which you can watch right now on YouTube or Amazon Prime. And that's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #WithKREM on social media.
Thank you so much, Joshua. It is 5:11 now on your Monday morning, and public schools in Washington State could soon be required to teach sexual education to students starting as young as kindergarten. Now, the Washington State Senate passed a bill that would require all public schools districts to provide comprehensive sexual health education. The education would be medically and scientifically accurate, age appropriate, and inclusive for all students. So this morning we want you to weigh in. Is sex education important for students of all ages to learn? Let us know what you think by voting in our KREM 2 mobile app. Right now, 100% you are saying yes. It's only 5:12 now, so let us know. So the bill would require teachers to work this into their curriculum for students in grades 6 through 12th by September 2020. Now, kindergarten through 5th grade students would not be required to have the new curriculum until September 2021. What will be tough varies grade to grade depending on what is age appropriate. Classes starting in kindergarten would cover topics such as inappropriate touching and safety. So parents could also opt out of this program, so they have that option. So this morning we want you to weigh in. Let us know what you think by voting in our KREM 2 mobile app. Again, is sex education important for students of all ages to learn? Right now, 71% of you are saying no. Those statistics are just going to change within the last couple of seconds.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from you out there this morning. Of course, we're not parents here on this couch, so I know there's a lot of varying opinions out there, so we'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, let us know.
Especially the discussion of making sure it's age-appropriate curriculum at the very young ages. I know that we covered it previously, but inappropriate touching is one of the things that they're talking about. It's just like a kindergarten level thing, but of course, as you mentioned, we're not parents, so really it's up to you to let us know what you think out there.
All right, 5:13 now. Well, today the world remembers the life of NBA legend Kobe Bryant. After the break, we'll connect the dots on some of his greatest accomplishments.
And we've been having some unseasonably warm weather this winter. In the next half hour, why? It's causing some businesses to lose some profits.